Documentary film just like enables you to sit down with different people and where you are let into their world. And it's so refreshing and it gives you such an amazing perspective. In 2008, I was a film student at NYU and I was living with my sister Vanessa. She was an attorney at the Innocence Project. And she had this client, Barry Gibbs, who had just recently got out of prison a year or two before.
The most violent betrayal of the badge New York City has ever seen.
Shocking.
Horrendous corruption.
NYPD detectives
working for the mafia. There was something wrong with this case.
That's my sister. That's Barry. He was totally destroyed by his experience of having been wrongfully convicted and wrongfully imprisoned for 19 years. He's talking about here the depression, the anxiety, the paranoia that is sort of all of this like vestige from having been framed by the police. I started making the project as an assignment for school, and then it just snowballed into like telling his life story. My apartment is definitely the project's fault, especially now that Barry passed away in March. Everybody's first impression of him is just like, you can't help but adore him. He's so charismatic and hilarious and just totally original. That is really what drew me in. Not only is he like the ultimate dynamic character himself, had he not been framed by the police, probably could have had a documentary on him anyway.
It's a sad story, it really is. Because once you get convicted, it's very hard to get out. It's like Roach Motel. Once you get in, you can't get out.
I have been filming this project for 10 years, and throughout those 10 years, I was working as a producer of mostly documentary films and series and some branded content. And about a year ago, decided that I was gonna fully commit to this project. And so I stopped doing that other producing work, and I've completely been absorbed in this project 100%. With my own projects, I have a lot of energy in the beginning, and I start a lot of big ideas, but the finishing of them is really scary. You know, you can say oh, I'm working on this and I'm working on that, but to finish something and put something out into the world is that's when people see it, and that's when there's the test of is it good? Can you actually do this?
If I tell you a story, you wouldn't believe. I got locked up in prison for 19 years for a crime I didn't commit. And this cop that framed me, he got sentenced to 100 years plus 100 years. He killed 8 people. He was a mob cop. This was in New York. His name was Louis Eppolito.
I think that for myself, I need to finish the film just to close this circle, you know what I mean? Otherwise, it's just this flying loose electrical wire. I feel that's what it feels like inside.
How long is this film gonna run? You gotta edit it, don't you have to edit it?
After having been incarcerated for 19 years and going through such hell basically to have people believe that he was innocent, coming out and being able to tell his story and just have it being accepted as truth it's just a vindication over and over, you know? We were always kind of into that together.